Hi Internet, I'm Tango, and these are Tango's Takes. And the take for today, Saturday, March 13th, 2021, is also a PSA, and the first part of a double take, the only planned take I'm going to do more than once. And that take is daylight saving time. Okay, I'm going to start with facts. Daylight saving time, sometimes referred to as daylight savings time. Don't get me started. And more commonly referred to as summertime in Europe, is the thing where as you move into the warmer months, you artificially adjust your clocks backwards an hour. Well, forward an hour. Spring forward, fall back. You adjust your clocks an hour so that you have more daylight after a typical 9 to 5 workday. And it was argued when this was implemented, and first implemented by the German Empire, that this was supposed to help conserve energy. And that was the big push during the 1970s energy crisis. Science, research, there's some really strong debate over whether or not that actually has any positive effect. What we do know is that the mere act of flipping that hour, whichever direction you flip it, I'm about to sneeze, sorry. Causes utter chaos and loss of productivity for everyone it impacts. And here in the United States, and therefore as a side effect, other countries in North America that observe it, because United States, we added 2 weeks to each end of daylight saving a few years ago, like a decade and a half or something. It didn't used to start until the very end of March, not the middle of March, and it used to end at the end of October, not somewhere into November. Maybe it was the middle of October. The idea is there. It is utter chaos, the change. Productivity is down. People have to spend time adjusting to a better sleeping schedule, getting used to getting up earlier. They don't want to go to sleep. Their bodies aren't used to it. It takes time to adjust. It destroys productivity, both in the workforce and in, say, a learning environment such as college, high school, middle school, elementary school, even preschool. Oh, and if you have pets, enjoy that headache. Now, I feel, based upon discussions with my friends over the years, that abolishing daylight saving time is absolutely a thing people agree on. But the specific nature of how it should be abolished, there's no agreement there. So here's my take on it from a couple of perspectives. One, why do we spend only a third of the year, almost? November, December, January, February, third of the year, because it's switching in March, on standard time. I think we should be on standard time all the time. About the only thing the state of Arizona gets right is that they don't observe daylight saving time. Oh, and neither does Hawaii. Arizona, this gets a little bit weirder because lands belonging to Native American tribes frequently choose to observe daylight saving time. It is federal and state land that does not. And I've been told that there are places where you can be on state land, cross into a tribal land, cross into state land, cross into more tribal land, and you're like driving through concentric-ish rings of time zones. Don't want to think about it. I think we should be on standard time year-round, but I acknowledge that means that people do not have sun at 8 at night all that often, and the sun comes up really early for people, and people don't like that. They want more time after work. Well, great. Not everybody works 9 to 5. I don't think I've ever worked 9 to 5. I've got 7 to 3 right now, and I used to be 10 to 7. And that's generally been my schedule. I don't want to have to deal with spending as much time driving into the rising or setting sun Oh, and the time change means I get to do it again in a couple of weeks. Both ways. I think that we should abolish daylight saving time, fall back to standard time, and then we work on the next step in that we change the concept of normal hours or normal working hours as being 9 to 5. What is it with, quote, service industries like banking never being open to serve people who work during normal hours, work during those hours? It's frustrating. Now, I have people who went to in daylight saving time and just moved to the shifted time year round. I disagree, and they have their takes, and maybe when I do this again in the fall, I'll have one of them give a statement on it. Maybe. But I'm not looking forward to getting up at what my brain feels is going to be 4 a.m. on Monday, so I can get to work by 6. I'm just not. Oh, and the cat's going to be begging me for food. So, deal with daylight saving time. Deal with the shift as best as you can. Stay safe and healthy out there, and I will catch you all next time.